Hi everybody, welcome to another YDF live show. My name is Stephen Aitchison, creator of YourDigitalFormula.com, a program to help you grow your audience, share your message and transform your business. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to increase your Facebook Live viewers. Now, I wrote a post about this and I'll put a link down below after the show, but a lot of people are more and more people are going on Facebook Live. And I noticed an advert on TV to promote Facebook Live, which is what prompted me to write the post. When did I write the post? I think it was only the other day. I think it was Saturday or something I wrote the post. So I wrote the post because I seen that advert on TV about Facebook Live and how they're promoting it. And that kind of tells me that Facebook Live is going to be a big part of their arsenal in 2017. And when somebody's advertising, especially Facebook, are advertising one of their services, i.e. Facebook Live, it tells you how the intent behind that as well. So it's really important if you've got a live show just now, it's really important to know what you're doing and to increase the number of live viewers that you're getting as well. So I'd just like to do a quick survey. And DNA Bidwaz saying it's 2 AM in New Zealand. Tired. You need to stay awake for this, DNA. You need to stay awake. So a quick survey. Tell me just now, if you just put a comment in the box, if you are doing a Facebook Live. If you're doing it, if it's once a day, once a week, once a month, or you're not doing it at all. Just give me a comment in the comments box just now if you're doing a Facebook Live show, or Periscope, or Snapchat, or YouTube Live. Because I know these are the other big platforms out there, or Instagram Stories or Instagram Live. If you're doing anything live, let me know if you're doing that, but particularly Facebook Live. Sorry, I'm just pulling up my socks to get comfy. Melissa Roney, haven't started yet, but I would like to. Ruth Sleven is saying yes. Stephen Webb, yes, 3 times a week. Excellent show, Stephen Webb, at Your Peace of Mind Coach. Stephen, put a link up to your page because yours is a really brilliant live. So put a link up to your page. Who else have we got? Rod Skews is saying yes, you're doing one. Brilliant. DNA Bidwa, sorry I can't see the emotion. Yes I am. Yep, you're doing a live as well. I've seen a couple of your lives, DNA. Robin Rajmunger, good morning, just starting. Yo. Maria Flynn. Oh, Maria Flynn's not doing them that much. She's only doing them 5 days a week. You're showing off now. Yeah, Maria Flynn's got a brilliant show over at One Wise Life. You've probably seen that already. So, yeah, she's doing that as well, which is brilliant. Lily Myers, I would like to start. Brilliant. Fiona Cheney, I'm going to do it. Got to be brave. You have. See, once you do it the first time, Fiona, you'll really get into it and you'll start to love it and you'll start to love the interaction that you've got with readers as well. So I would definitely get on it and start your live show as well. Sean Dickinson, I do the odd one when I'm at the market, so a couple of times a month. I show products and have a bit of a whiz around the other stalls. Excellent, that's a good idea to do that. So presumably you're selling a physical product and you're when you're selling them at the market, you're just doing a live there. I think that's a brilliant idea, well done. Lausla Benita would like to start one. You need to go for it, Lausla. Definitely. I'm on Linda DeCassie. I'm on fairly often, recently started a new business, need all the help I can get. Linda, you sound like the perfect person for to join the YDF tribe. Depends on what type of business you've got. And so a lot of people are doing lives, which is brilliant to see. Really, really excellent. So what I'm going to share with you today is going to be really pertinent to you then. So it's how to get more viewers on your live show. The first tip, and you've probably seen the way you came to this live show, is probably, you might have seen a schedule for it saying I'm going to be going live in 10 minutes or something like that. The first tip is to schedule your live show. So the way you schedule your live show, you can, at the moment, they might be changing this. The way you schedule your live show, you can only do it if you're using level 3 or level 4. And by that, I mean using your computer and you've got some software interface to go live from your computer. So just now I've got a camcorder, I've got an Ultra Studio mini recorder that sends a video feed into the computer. I've got an iMac and I do it live from my iMac. So that's how I'm doing it, and I'm able to schedule it that way as well. So you're using the API codes that you get from Facebook. It's not hard, it sounds more difficult than it is, but if you're doing it from your computer, you can definitely schedule it. And the further ahead of time you schedule it, the better. But I've also noticed if you schedule it, even like this one I was experimenting, I've just scheduled it 15 minutes before I was due to go live, and it still gets more viewers on at the very beginning of your live show. And with the schedule as well, when you schedule it, it creates a post basically, so you can share that post on other pages, you can share it in groups or whatever you want. You can share it on Twitter as well. You can post out other details as well, which I'm going to tell you about later on as well. So you have got a URL link to post as well when you schedule it. That's the beauty of scheduling your live show as well. And if you're using software like Wirecast, like the service I use, or Open Broadcaster System, which is OBS, which is free, you can use it from your computer as well. And you've got Livestream as well, one of the bigger ones. Blue Jeans is another one as well. But I would recommend the kind of top three. Wirecast, OBS and Livestream. That's probably the three better known ones. But there'll be other people coming on board as well, because there's thousands of people doing lives just now. And if you want to see lives, Facebook have actually got a page, and they've got a world map, and you can see everybody that's going live. Not everybody, but a lot of people that are live. It's got little dots. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll put a link down below for that. In fact, I'll put a link down below for it just now. I'll just find it for you. No, it's not coming up just now. I thought I had it there. Yeah, it is live map. Excuse me, I've got a tickly cough. Right, I'm just going to put the link down below for you just now, and you can see the live map, because it's quite cool. And you can actually see a live map of everybody over the world that are doing a live. As I said, not every single person, but a lot of people that are doing a live. So that is the first tip, is to schedule your live show, and it really, really works. I've experimented just doing it from Wirecast and just doing it straight away and just starting the live. And when you schedule it, you definitely get more viewers on at the beginning. Elle Summers in just now. Excuse me, I've got a tickly. I'm drinking my water. Aitchison is saying drink more warm water. I've just done that. It's because I've not really been speaking. Well, I was speaking for about an hour and a half this morning with Maria at a business meeting. Or maybe that's what it is. Okay, I'm all wetted up. Yeah, Elle Summer's in the house. Elle Summer is brilliant. If you've not seen her page as well, Live Purposefully Now, you should definitely go and check it out. It's good to see you, Elle, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you as well. Maria Flynn, you can see the YDFers live shows too in our group if you're interested in how the YDF members are going doing their lives and building their tribe. So we've got, I was going to put a link down below, but Maria's done that for you. If you check out Maria's link, we've got everybody that's in the YDF tribe. So that's everybody that's bought your digital formula. We've set up a separate page for any of the YDF tribe members that are doing YDF, that are doing live shows on Facebook, and we've got them all in there. But you can join that group. You can't post to it, unfortunately. It's only for YDF members, but you can see all the YDF members' live shows as well. And we've got Natalie Musafian, I've got Stephen. We've got all of them in there. Everybody that does a live show, you can see everybody that does that. We've got Wendy Merrin in the house as well, another YDF. Nice to see you as well, Wendy. It's really great to see you. I've not heard from you in a while, so it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. So that is the first tip: schedule it. And check out that page as well that Maria's just put a link to as well. I think you'll really get a lot of benefit just to see how other people are doing that as well. Another way to get more live viewers is send an email to your list. And that's a really easy one. If you've got an email list, just send an email about 15 minutes before and send it to the scheduled live post that I've just told you about. So that is the link you use for your scheduled one. But if you're still doing it from your phone, and you've not got that kind of URL that you can use to direct people over to, you can still tell them that you're going live and just direct them to your page and just say you're going live in about 15 minutes time and get everybody over to your page. And then when you do go live, hopefully there's going to be more people there as well for you. So that's another great tip for getting more live viewers on. Because a lot of people, when they first start the Facebook Live, what normally tends to happen is they wait for about 5-10 minutes. So they speak maybe for 5-10 minutes or something, and they wait on people coming in before they really start their content. So you could start your content straight away if you've got a lot of people on from the beginning. So on this one, I think we've got about 90 people on live just now, and that was almost from the beginning. We had about 100 people on live, and that's because I scheduled it as well, and I put it in a group post, and I put it on my profile page as well. If you to go to my profile page, you see it there. So I've shared it to different places, and it's been shared on the kind of main page as well. Excuse me, I don't know what it is with this throat. So the third tip, in fact, I'll just see if we've got any questions about that. If you've got your questions, just ask questions as normal, and I'll get to them at the end for you. Maria picks them all up and sends them via Skype for me. So the third tip is cross promotion. So if you've got, say for example, you've got a page that has maybe 100,000 likes, so it's got 100,000 kind of followers, sorry, and you find another page that you've really got an affinity with and you're kind of friendly with the person, you could share each other's live shows. So you could share them. So when, say for example, well, I've got a kind of share agreement with Maria Flynn. So I've got another page, I've got about 5-6 different pages altogether, but I've got a page at Positive Life Affirmations, and that has got about 235,000 followers. And Maria has got a page at One Wise Life, which has got about 210,000 followers. So when she goes live, I share kind of her live show on Positive Life Affirmations. And when I go live at the Change Your Thoughts Today page, she shares my show on One Wise Life. So we're cross-promoting each other, but we're getting many more viewers, and we're getting new viewers as well, and new followers for our pages. So it's a really, really good idea to cross-promote as well. And another idea I'm thinking about, that I've been thinking about for a while, is, I'll just share it with you and you can run with the idea as well. I've not kind of implemented it yet, is to syndicate your live show. So I was set up talks at the end of last year for a big page that had about 12 million followers, and they wanted to use my live show and put it on their page as content for their page, because they knew I was going live every day. They liked what I was talking about, but it didn't come off for whatever reason, and it was going to be a big deal, and it was going to be a really good kind of way to promote my kind of live show over at Change Your Thoughts Today. But it didn't come off, unfortunately. But I thought more and more about it, and I thought a really good way to get more viewers on your live show is to syndicate it. So find other pages that may be looking for more content, or may kind of be in alignment with your message, and just pitch it that way as well. And just say, do you want more content for your page? It's going to be totally free for you. All you have to do is share my live, and that's all you need to do. And if you're in alignment with their audience, if it's the same kind of audience, then it's going to be great for them, because they get content, free content, and you just do exactly what you're doing, but they're sharing it on their page, and you get many more viewers that way as well. So I'm working on that as well, but it's not high up on the priority list. But that's a good way to do it as well. So definitely cross promotion. Think about syndication as well. Try and think outside the box as well about how you could do it. And I know as well, I think on Apple TV, you can put your live show on Apple TV as well. Somebody sent me a picture the other day. They were watching me on the TV. I think it was Jackie Bunton Marsh. She was watching me on the TV, which looked weird because it was a big kind of 42-inch screen or something. So you can definitely do an Apple TV as well, but I need to tell you more details about that. I can't really give you details in this show. Okay, the fourth tip. I'll just see if we've got any questions on that just now. No, I'll do the questions at the end. The fourth tip is to embed your live show on your website. So what you're doing here is you're repurposing your content and using it as a blog post. So what I'm doing just now with this live show when it ends, I will send to, I've got somebody who works with me, Letitia Ray Quijano. She's in the YDF team. So I'll send the video over to her. She will then kind of chop it up and just take out all the bits where I'm introducing everybody, or just saying hi to everybody at the very beginning, and put a starter kind of video at the beginning, put some writing over it, put it on YouTube, but we can also use it for a kind of blog post as well. So I'm repurposing the content. So your live shows don't need to just stay on Facebook. Remember that as well, your live shows don't need to stay on Facebook. You can embed your live show into a blog post or on your website, or kind of download it, edit it, put it on YouTube, put it on Twitter, Instagram. If you chop it up into 1 minute bites as well, you could definitely do it that way as well. So think about everywhere that your video could go, because it's great content you're going to be given in your live shows. So think about where it's going to go. And that's definitely what I do, and I'm finding is really working well. And the fifth tip is to boost your live show. Now, if you've ever used the boost button, you might think, oh, I'm not going to use that because I don't get much traction with the boost button. But with the Facebook live show, because it's part of Facebook, because it's the kind of live show which they are kind of promoting just now, Facebook are promoting it big time, you're going to get more bang for your buck. So I'm just going to check out, I promoted one the other day. I promoted a live show. I'm just looking at it just now. I can't see the figures there. But I think it was for about $57 we got an extra 35,000 views for that video. Now, the one caveat to that is Facebook counts one view as a 3-second view. So it might be that somebody's seen it in the kind of news feed, on the Facebook news feed, and they've just scrolled down and it's played for 3 seconds, then they've scrolled further without really watching it. So unfortunately, Facebook count that as a view, and it's still included in your figures, but it still looks good for social proof. When people go to see your live show and they see it's had 80,000 views or 2,000 views or 3,000 views, is good for social proof. So boost your live show feeds as well, particularly if they do well organically. So if this one was to get maybe 10,000 views organically, this live show here, if I was going to get 10,000 views organically, what I would do is I would boost it to get it maybe up to 20, 30, 40,000 views. And then what you can do is you can advertise, this is really cool, you can advertise to people who have watched more than 50% of this live show. So I've got a program called the Brilliant Facebook Live System. Myself and Maria Flynn wrote it, recorded it together, and it teaches people about doing Facebook Lives. So we've got that program, and we could promote that to people who viewed 50% or more of this video, of this live show. And that's a brilliant way to advertise as well, because you're targeting an audience who've already watched your show, they've already seen you, they've already kind of got to know, like and trust you. And if they watch 50% or more of the video, then it kind of gives an indication that they're interested in this particular topic. And you can advertise specifically to that audience. But not only that, is you can say Facebook get an audience of, say, about 4,000 people have watched 50% or more of it. You can build a lookalike audience from the 4,000 of the original viewers that watched 50% or more, and you could turn that into a lookalike audience which has got about, I don't know, 186 data points that Facebook use. The lookalike audience is brilliant if you're into advertising at all. It's really, really good. The algorithm's really good for it. And you can build a lookalike audience up to 2 million people who have got the same kind of interests and the same kind of, a lot of the same interests as the original 4,000 viewers who watched it 50% or more. I hope that makes sense. But it's really cool. It's just really, really good way of kind of advertising. But just boosting for social proof as well is really good. Plus, it gets more likes onto your page as well. So I hope that helps. So that's the 5 tips. And I love doing the Facebook Live. I didn't want to do it at first because I was really nervous about kind of speaking in public. I've never really kind of done it that much on camera. Once you get into it, you're just yourself. Be authentic, be genuine, and it's cool. It's just really a good way of kind of getting to know your readers and your viewers and everybody that likes your page. So I'm going to go to the questions just now. We've got a question from DNA Bidouin. Stephen, my goal for 2017 is to combine my Facebook page with New Zealand television. Is this a good idea? Have you considered this, and what do you think are the pros and cons? Right, New Zealand television. Have you got some kind of deal with them, a contract, or have you got something? So I'm just wondering how that would work, DNA. You need to give me more details. Combine my Facebook page with NZ Television. Is that another page that you have? So you need to just explain that a wee bit more, DNA. So NZ Television, I thought that was a television channel or something. So we'll go to the next question. If you can come back to me, DNA, that would be great. Question from Lindsay DeCassie. What do you think of creating your scheduled live as an event? No, I think it's better to have it as just a scheduled live as a post, because you're going to get more reach for that post. Simply because of this. If you schedule an event, what Facebook do, normally it's just like a normal post. When you schedule an event, Facebook will kind of put that out to say 1,000, the first 1,000 people who like your page. And if not a lot of people interact with that post, i.e. the event, then they're not going to show it to as many people on the next tranche of your followers. So say you've got 10,000 followers, Lindsay. You've got 10,000 followers. When you put an event up, they'll send it to 1,000 followers. If not a lot of people don't interact with it, they may not necessarily show it to the next batch of 1,000 followers. And that's just as an example. It's not exactly how it works, but it's an example. But when you schedule a live show, what Facebook will do is they will put it like a normal post. They'll put out to 1,000 people. More people will probably interact with the scheduled live show post than they will with an event post. So I hope that makes sense. So no, I wouldn't. You could test it. I always say test it. If it works, brilliant. If it doesn't, then you just do what you're doing and or try something different. So I would kind of always do the scheduled live, but test it. Test it. It might be totally different for your page. And if I'm being honest, have I tested it as an event? No, I've not tested it as an event to do that. In fact, I have. I've done it in the past and it didn't work. So I done it about 6 months ago and it didn't really work. But that's not to say it's not going to work for you. So I always say test. Test your kind of ideas out. Always a good way. It's only going to take one time and you don't need to do it again if it doesn't work out. Dimitar, question from Dimitar. Stephen, how do I put a video on my page from another page? Where do I click? So what you do, basically, what you can do is you can share the post that the video is on. So if you were to go over to my page and you see a video that you liked, just share it, click on the share button and send it over to your page. And that's the simplest way of doing it. So you can definitely do it that way, Dimitar. And that's the best way to do it, obviously. So I hope that helps. Question from Lorraine Emmett. Do shared lives perform in similar way to an ordinary shared video in terms of typical reach achieved? At the moment, it used to be when you went on Facebook Live, when you done the Facebook Live, it used to be when you went on at the very beginning, because you could only use it if you had a blue tick. That's the only people that could do a Facebook Live. And when I went on the very first time I'd done it, I was in San Diego in March when I was at the ClickFunnels event. I went on live just to test it out, expecting maybe, 100 people to come on or something. But we got about 50,000 people on. And my mind was totally blown. And that's when I thought I need to get into these Facebook Lives. But since then, the reach on the Facebook Lives has dropped because more and more and more people are doing it. So when people first really got into videos and sharing videos as well on Facebook, the reach was really high, but now it's kind of dropped again because more and more people are doing it. So it's kind of dropped, but at the moment it's probably level. So if you share a video, if you share a Facebook Live, you're probably going to get the same amount of reach, Lorraine. That's what I'm seeing at the moment anyway. So it's about the same amount of reach. But usually what happens is when your live show finishes, the replay, it almost acts like as if you posted like a normal video, and Facebook send it out to more and more people. So you probably find you might get maybe 1,000 views for the live shows itself, and then that number of views will double once people watch the replay, because Facebook are still sending it out to people after the live show is finished. So I hope that makes sense, Lorraine. Sharon Dickinson, a question. What's a good way to get viewers to interact with the live video? Best way is to ask them questions. So I asked you at the beginning, you probably noticed I asked you at the beginning, how many people are doing a Facebook Live show? That gets comments on your feed. So what did we get here? About 20, 30 answers. And that is a great way to get interactions. Also ask people to share your videos. So usually what I do at the beginning is just say, if you like these shows, remember and share them with your friends, your family, your enemies, people you don't like, people you do like. And that gets them, that's another interaction. Facebook class that as an engagement when they share it. When they leave a comment, that's a great way as well. I always do introductions at the beginning. I always say hi to Lorraine, hi to Steve, hi to Maria, because people will come on at the very beginning expecting me to give a shout out. So they put a hi, how you doing, here from San Diego, or DNA from New Zealand, or whatever. So more and more comments come on the kind of live show feed. And that's a great way to get interaction and engagement as well. So give a shout out at the beginning, or maybe leave it till the end to give a shout out. But I always do it at the beginning. I think is a good way to do it, just to kind of get things kind of calmed and balanced, and just get into the flow of it. So that's a really good way to do it as well. So there's loads of things you could do for that, but questions, shout outs, asking people to share, asking people for hearts. Like I know this is a brilliant way that Maria does, is she says, if you understand what I'm talking about, give me a heart just now. Or if you're unsure of what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up, or give me a wee sad face. So you could do it that way as well. Ask for that. You always have to have a call to action as well. So that's a great way to do it. So I hope that helps, Sharon. Robin Rajmunger, what software do we need on a computer for Facebook Live? There's 2 pieces or 3 pieces that you can use. I would use, if you're first starting out, something called Open Broadcaster Software, which is OBS for short, and that's what they call themselves, OBS, and it's an open source software system that they've got in place just now. And open source just means anybody can add to it and make it better. And so this time next year it's going to be 10 times better than it was just now. So Open Broadcaster Software is good. I find Wirecast, which is a kind of professional solution, to be the best system I've used. I've tried OBS, tried Wirecast, they're very similar, but I just like the way Wirecast works and I've got used to it now. So Wirecast as well. So just type in Wirecast into Google and you'll find it, or I'll put a link up later on to it here. So I hope that helps, Robin. Stephen Webb, question, what about having a page on your blog with the upcoming shows and topics and countdown timers? You could do that as well, but then you've got the added kind of issue of driving traffic over to that particular page. So with Facebook Live, most people are on Facebook anyway. It's not as if people are on your blog kind of all the time, just kind of looking around your blog as much as we'd like them to be. They're on Facebook anyway, and they get notifications from Facebook as well. So I would always do it kind of from Facebook instead of putting on your blog. But you can have a dedicated page for your blog on your blog as well, just for your lives, which is good as well to get people over and to kind of pick up on the topics that you've been writing about or talking about. Sorry. So that's a good idea, Stephen. Yeah, but were we talking about having a page on your blog with the upcoming shows? Yeah, with regards to the upcoming shows, it's a matter of driving people over so they know that they've got an upcoming show. So it's better doing it on Facebook Live that way. But definitely have a page dedicated to your Facebook Live shows. I would do that. So I hope that helps, Stephen. Sharon Morgan, going to be working in aromatherapy oils and healing creams and inhalers. What do you think with that, Stephen? Going to do a few things with my page. Might need a few ideas for this, please. For a Facebook Live, there's loads of stuff you could do with that. You could, if you've got obviously the knowledge about aromatherapy, there's a ton of topics you could write about. So you could say essential aromatherapy oils to relieve stress, essential aromatherapy oils to relieve backache. I don't know if there is or not. Essential aromatherapy oils to kind of relieve headaches. There's a ton of different things you could do that. A Facebook Live, so you're giving content, you're sharing your knowledge, and then during the live show you say, if you want to check out more, here's a website link down below, put it in the comments field, get people to click over there, or get them to sign up for a free offer that you've got. And it might be an essential aromatherapy oils kit that you've got that's a free offer. You ship it out and then you try and upsell them to maybe a $30 subscription package every single month, where they're getting all these aromatherapy oils sent out in the post every single month. There's a ton of ideas, to be honest, Sharon. Really a ton of ideas for that particular topic. So you've got healing creams, you've got inhalers, you've got aromatherapy oils. So there's loads, absolute loads. I would look around and see what other people are doing in that field. If you can't find a lot, if you can find a few that are doing it well, then kind of look to see what they're doing and then try and dominate the market by doing something different. So I hope that helps, Sharon. Sorry I can't give you any longer, but I could be here for hours just coming up with ideas for you. Follow up from DNA. Yeah, from my Facebook page, the DNA Show, my focus is to highlight, promote everyday people who are creating amazing things, art, music, designs, to show how cool people are. As far as I know, there is nothing in New Zealand media similar to this topic. Lots of people I've spoken to love this idea. Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, I think if you're going to go on television and do it, definitely. But what you would need to do is prove to television producers that your show is worthy of kind of going on New Zealand television. So then you have to step it up a gear. Step it up a gear to make it a little more professional. I've seen your shows, DNA. I noticed you've interviewed a couple of people that I've seen. So I know what you do is really, really good. The content's good, but you need to step the production up a little more as well if you're going to do that. So just go a little more professional, and maybe get, I don't know, if you're serious about it, get a kind of a professional broadcast kit that you can buy specifically for doing live shows, and there's HD quality pictures. You have a good setting for it, a setup. You might have an interview kind of set up as well. So if you're going to do that, I would kind of invest, even if you get some bites from the TV producers, I would invest in the high quality production kit as well. We're going to do the last two questions here. What time are we on? 13:30. My second project, this is from DNA, my second project is on my different Facebook page, Fusion Fitness New Zealand. I've committed to a triathlon where people can follow my journey in Taupo, New Zealand, and see my training and what goes into completing a mini triathlon. Brilliant idea. A really good idea. Just make sure you're focused on the main one, and this could be a side project for you, so you don't give too much attention to it. But it depends on where your heart is. So I wouldn't say dismiss one, but I would say focus on one kind of page at a time and kind of push through and see it through to the end. So the last question from Laszlo Benita. What is an ideal number of times or interval of days you can go live? Is it advisable to go live monthly every day? Excuse me. If you're going to do a show, what I would recommend, if you're going to do Facebook Live, at least get a show scheduled together. So make sure you have a show schedule where people know, or your readers know that you're definitely going to go live every day, or every weekday, or every kind of week, once a week. So if you've got the Monday... Oh, I think we have lost video. We've lost video. Okay, so apologies everybody, I think we've lost the video. Yes, we've gone off video, but you can still hear me. But I'm going to end the show there just now. But thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I know you can still hear me if you're listening in. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I'll hear you tomorrow. You'll hear me tomorrow, same time tomorrow. And I do apologise. I'll put links down below for the brilliant Facebook Live system, for the YDF monthly programme, and for the YDFLive group as well. I know Maria's put in all there already. But I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye now.